Hey, what's up, y'all? Yes, sir, Fresh Baldy. Welcome back to the channel, The Dirty Four Door. So, I've been grinding a little bit. I went ahead and I installed the stage and brake and the brake lines because I had so many problems with my front brake setup that I just wanted to get that out of the way in case I had leaks, which I did, but I corrected them, and everything seems to be nice and tight, and they work properly. They are bled, they're filled with brake fluid. So I will show you that, and I'll show you a couple other things. But the main thing that we're going to be working on today is finally getting this fucking head on. And it's been a long and coming time to be able to put this head on this motor. So let me go ahead and show you what we got. So we're going to go ahead and put this head on. A couple things. So this piece right here used to have a fitting, and the fitting would stick out, and then it would go to your black box. The only thing that would fit was the oil pressure sending unit, and it's not a regular NTP or MPT fitting. It's the British one, the BSPT. So if you ever need to plug one, that's going to be that size. It's actually an OEM style plug from some type of Mitsubishi, and it had like some thread locking on it, so I went ahead and purchased one of those. This fitting or thread pattern I still can't figure out. This bolt I removed from a GSR block and it worked. I've tried MPT, the British one I just got. I tried to use that on the block that came out of, and it just gets tight right away, or they're just too loose. So I have no fucking clue what size that is, but like I said, today's the day. We're going to go ahead and do that. I'll show you real quick the inside. So it's just a regular old cheap eBay stage brake, finishing lines brakes for the rear, the whole lines for the stage brake. Yeah, they are a pain in the ass. Like once you start tightening them, then they start kind of, get these like kinks, kind of, sort of, you know what I mean? Because once you tighten it, they kind of want to sit their own way. So these aren't really like level, like one's down and one's the other way. I probably could have corrected it a little bit better, but I got them nice and tight, and that's where I like it. It's fine. My main thing was this fitting right here to make sure that wasn't going to leak. And as you can see, it's dry. There's nothing there. There's plenty of fluid in here. This thing works. It has a little locker, so you can actually lock it when you park the car. I actually used that to bleed the brakes and kind of bent the metal up a little bit because it's cheap. But other than that, it is what it is. But so I got some gauges in here. There's my oil pressure, or here's the oil pressure one, the boost, air fuel, my volt, and my fuel. And then I just got a water temp that I'm going to stick on this side. It's actually a phantom style like this. So I'm going to run those, and then I'm going to run the tack right where it used to be. I was going to put it in the middle where the domo is, but for whatever reason it isn't working for me there, so I'm like, you know what, I'll put it back where it was for now. So here's the sending unit that comes with that gauge. Just has this one purple wire, and I tried to route it the best I could to kind of tuck it out of the way, trying to make everything as clean as possible in this bay. So, but let me go ahead and get this thing cleaned up so I can start putting the studs in. Alright, so I went ahead and put the head on, torqued it down 3 steps to the 80 foot-pounds. Actually, I think I went to 85 just for an extra little security. Went ahead and mounted the manifold. That way I can get turbo located and get this big weight plate that I got put on the front just to see how tight everything is. So I got that mounted for now. I've ordered the cams, so I'm just waiting for those. I went ahead and ran the wires there for the temp sensor, but the threading is different, so I'm going to have to get like an adapter. It looks like it's that British plug type stuff, so I'm going to have to go 1/8 MPT male and then have a female internal of it, I guess, like a 1/8 MPT to a 1/8 BSPT is what it is, I guess. So I'm going to have to order one of those. I think I might go ahead and put the water pipe on the water pump side in the back. I went ahead and put a little bit of trans fluid in. I had some Torco racing fluid left over. I think it was like 1.5 of these right here. So went ahead and put a little bit of that just to make sure there wasn't nothing leaking or any of that kind of stuff. But yeah, she's getting there. I'm gonna wait to put the intake and stuff on. I want to get a few more things and get the wiring all tucked away in the backside. I also gotta get these fuel lines mounted and ran and all that good stuff, so I gotta do that still. And then but I'll probably go ahead and run this blue new feed line for the turbo. Just got to figure out where I want to mount it and all that good stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get started on that stuff. But it's definitely getting there. Definitely getting there. All right, y'all. So I'm done for the day. Went ahead and got that water pipe installed on the back there. Went ahead and put the weight plate on. I just sprayed it with some bed liner. Mounted the intercooler and the radiator for now, just to kind of get an idea. I'm gonna have to figure out my fuel pressure regulator area. I might have to get one or buy a used one and get the brackets. Figure out where I can mount it here on the firewall. Once I can get that in place, then I can start making some fuel lines for that. Then really it's just a bunch of wire and stuff, a few coolant lines. Probably bring the intake over so I can kind of like test fit a few things with that. But most of it's really just the wiring and finishing up all the coolant stuff. And then I still got to order 2 wastegates. But I'm going to wait till I can get everything settled in here and figure out how I'm going to run that feed line. I put the return line on the bottom. I'm hoping it doesn't back into that turbo. But if it does, oh well, we'll figure it out after that. But yeah, it's coming along. I ordered the cams from Jegs. They were like $450. I ordered the 404s, so it should be pretty aggressive at idle. So I'm waiting for those. I'm gonna get some cam gears, and then I can get all that stuff bolted in and the timing set. I started messing around with the valve cover too a little bit, so I ended up drilling all these out where the baffle goes a little bit bigger. I'm just going to put some rivets in there, but I got this grinded down, that little nipple there for the coolant plug setup. So this just needs to get a nice little sand down, and that can get painted, and then I can be able to put the baffle into that. But other than that, man, it's coming along. The tires are so wide. When I put those little dollies on, they were leaving like little nipples in the tires. So if I need to move it, I'll just put it on the dollies. But for now, I'm just going to keep it like that, man. Check y'all in the next one.